Hello, John. How are you?
Good, buddy. How you doing today?
Not bad, not bad. Welcome back, folks. Episode 190. Almost there to number 200. Hard to believe.
Getting there, bud.
Crazy, really.
Yeah. You need a
190.
hobby. I'm just kidding.
Fuck, you're right. And also, we need to we need to actually do this and take it and put it in a studio. And
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh, it's good, man. Good way for people to know what's going on.
That's it. That's it. Episode 190 sponsored by our good friends at Maritime Madness over there in PEI. Made locally right in PEI, over 30 different flavors of sauces and rubs. Use the code FLA10 to save. MaritimeMadness.com.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it is great stuff. So anyway, let's get right into it, John. We had a fantastic event this weekend. FLA 6 went off pretty well. Some amazing fights. What'd you think?
I thought the fights were as good as any card we've ever put on. It was a killer night. We had early stoppages and we had exciting decisions. So, yeah, I thought it was wicked, man. It was great to see everybody. Really fun weekend, and yeah, it was awesome. The athletes really showed up for this one, man. Holy smokes! Like, it came out so fast.
Yeah, that's the worry, I sit there and I'm like, oh my god, I love all these athletes and they're killing it in their performances, but my god, folks, give us 30 seconds of fighting. Come on, but it always works out in the end. I remember when we were earlier in our shows, I'd be running up to Danny. I'm like, man, we're 5 fights in and we're only an hour here. You're 2.5 to 3 hours for a show. No longer, no less, and he's like, "Shut up, go away. It's gonna be okay," and it always works out that way. It did this as well.
It did. It literally ended usually the same time, between 10 and 10:30. It's crazy how consistent it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, with the last 3 fights going in decision, there you go.
Yeah.
It worked out really great, man. I thought everything and everybody with their first round finishes and early second round finishes, it was awesome.
It was another incredible weekend. Thank you to not only the athletes, obviously our staff who worked super hard behind the scenes on the video side of things, on the cage side of things, on every side of things. The doors, every single part of this team. Thank you to them. Thank you to our sponsors who stick by us consistently and continuously and helped us get through tough times. And obviously now they're continuing on with what we're doing now. So a big year ahead of 2023. Let's get right into the fights, Johnny.
Let's do it.
Van Tassel versus Devin Mean Turner. The boys were chirping.
Man, a lot of talk and a little bit of, shoving at weigh-ins, right? Devin, I got to give it to him, man. He's good at the mental game, right? I think getting under somebody's skin, I know it was Aaron was putting on a brave face, but I know it was bugging him, right? So he went out and did his job, but yeah, and no ill will afterwards. Obviously, these guys were cool, and it's all part of promoting and just the fight game, man. It is what it is. So, but Aaron Van Tassel 2-0 now, 28-second submission. Insane.
I don't know what his last fight was. How long?
Oh man, I don't know, minute and a half maybe. It was a little bit longer than that, but it wasn't much longer. So, I mean, the crazy thing about it is this is an Aaron statistic. He is now 2-0 with submissions in the first round in a minute or less. I can't remember the first one, and he's never done a takedown. Yeah. Incredible, right? But Devin coming in with that flying kick, they just kind of collided and fell into it. But Aaron finished it. He did. He threw up that triangle some fast. He recognized the position he was in immediately and managed to lock it on. Yeah.
There's no sweat, nothing.
No sweat.
As you get. And
yeah,
I was quite blown away by both of them. Both of these guys, finished their first fights pretty quickly, and it was from a production standpoint. The first fight is always hard, for events, to get your rhythm and to get the event going smoothly, and then when that happens, it makes fucking things even worse because you're like, what?
Well, it set the pace, didn't it?
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was awesome. It was,
Yeah.
Aaron's a great kid, and he's worked hard. He went up to TriStar and did a lot of work there. And Devin's a great guy too, so he's already messing, trying to get back in there. So I don't think
Yeah.
it'll be long before you see both of those young men back in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just it for Devin. That's the only thing he can do to really get past that, is just to move on to the next one.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was I mean, Aaron finished it, but like, it was a weird scramble. He ended up in a bad spot. It could happen to anybody anytime.
100%. Yeah, it's going to happen to me later as I leave here and go train with Rorson.
And go train, yeah.
Rorson, if you're looking at this or watching this, I'm coming for you, boy.
Yeah, yeah. Derek started taking protein, or so look out, bud.
Pre-workout, what? Yeah, not anymore. But
I don't like that stuff, man. Makes me
no,
feel like
that's there for anybody who's listening. When I started back in the day when I first started training a long time ago, and I was taking pre-workout, and I was just not following the directions, taking like one or two, like I'd take like 2 or 3 scoops and taking 2 of them a day.
Jesus, man.
That's a lot of my kidney, where I would get kidney stones, was from that kind of garbage, right? So follow the directions and don't overconsume and that kind of garbage. You shouldn't be taking it at all.
Oh man, I tried that stuff once years ago, training, sparring, and I was just like, I got in there, I was just like, I'm gonna explode my heart. Like, this is stupid. I do not need this caffeine and whatever else to do MMA rounds, because I'm already going at like full tilt as hard as you can go as far as pushing cardio. So
yeah, it makes you like that's the thing. It's that addictive feeling. It makes you feel like you're Superman almost. Like it's hard to believe.
Yeah, it wasn't for me.
No,
but anyway, a lot of people like it for lifting or whatever. I get it.
So if we have any supplement sponsors who are looking to get involved with Fight League Atlantic,
yeah,
reach out. The second fight, Hayden Label, Chris Vickers, 205.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I missed this one live, being out back, but I've rewatched it on the replay, right? Chris was fine until he wasn't, right? It was that quick head kick off of Hayden that just rocked him. But I don't think it was a head kick that finished him. I do think it was the punches afterwards, because he landed 1 or 2 clean punches on him on the way down.
You see the highlight, the clip we dropped yesterday. It was funny because sitting beside I don't know if it was his dad. I think it was his dad who was like, because they threw an outside leg kick right quick, and twice I think they threw it, and they threw it as soon as they threw it the second time. I believe his dad was like, "Don't reach for that," because Chris was reaching down, and
Chris was trying to scoop leg kicks. Exactly. Yeah.
And you
gotta check those with your shin, man. That's good way to get kicked in the head.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, like, Chris is a great kid, and I think he's got a bright future in whatever he chooses. Superman, he'll be back, and
he's very calm in there, very composed, and he was throwing some good things. He threw like a fading right hand. I really like that. Like, Hayden did block it, but it was a nice punch, and he's thinking in there.
Hayden, to me though, like, between those two, Hayden looked a lot bigger. He did, but I know Hayden his plan is possibly to go to 185, which is a scary thing for the 185-pound division. So
he'll be a big, strong 185er.
Yeah, my favorite part, like a beautiful knockout. I got a chance to roll with this guy. He's thick, right? He's got this like thick farm boy ish to him. I don't know what it is, but he's like a big boy. When he hits, like when he cracks you, I think he cracks you. Like, got a lot of strength in the first fight, So good for him. His celebration was awesome.
Landing like precise shots. It was impressive. Yeah, he was pumped.
He just didn't know what to do. He's like, that the same way. Good on you, Hayden. You deserve it, buddy.
Appreciate that, bud.
That's it. Next fight, Charlene Barcos. I got 38% on my laptop. We got to get going. I got I lost our laptop charger. Got stolen this weekend, folks. I'm saying it got stolen.
Yeah.
Charlene versus Lumi Rhodes.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Charlene's my student and training partner. That was the game plan, and it worked to a T. Lumi was game. She got out of those arm bars, which was impressive. She was way harder to take down than we expected, but we did a lot of wall work, and that's where Charlene took control of the fight, ended up on her back standing, which was pretty cool. Able to finish her off early in the second round. So
yeah, I agree.
No harm done, no one injured. Back in the gym whenever, and yeah, win-win. Great fight. Lumi really brought it, and we appreciate that. She made weight and acted like a professional the whole time. So
she did. Yeah, kudos to both of them. Great performances, and I think again, females, if you're looking to fight, reach out to us because we're building these divisions. We want more females on the card, and that's super important to us. And
Charlene wants to fight as soon as possible, and getting opponents has been very difficult. Like Lumi came down from Toronto. Very thankful to her for that, and finally got her first fight. So want to keep that going. Reach out, girls. Let's go.
Yeah. Fight number 4, Thomas versus Mike, the rematch.
Yeah, so I was out back with Charlene. I literally ran and was changing into my suit as fast as humanly possible, and I still missed this whole fight. I got out as it finished. I heard the crowd go absolutely nuts. Man, Thomas, I love seeing him get a win, man, because I just always thought he was way too good of a fighter to be 0-2. You know what I mean? But it's the fight game. Like one mistake, and it's a loss, right? So it happens to the best of them. He came out on a mission.
Like
absolutely, man. Yeah, these guys both look great at 185, and they came in ready. They've been training for like it must be 3 or 4 months straight or whatever it is, with postponements and the fight getting moved to the next card after the eye poke. Great to see them settle it. Boys became good buddies over the weekend, basically, after fighting each other a couple of times. It's pretty awesome, right? Like they're in there for the same reason. But Thomas knew he needed to get inside Mike's kicks and not let him kind of set his rhythm and his range. And holy smokes, man, he's got some hands on him. And they were both busted up. Like Mike, I think definitely landed a couple. I think maybe some of the blood Thomas was wearing was Mike's, but I think some of it was his too. It was man, they just swung. It was awesome. I mean, kudos to you, man. You just stepped into the pocket and went for it, and it worked, and it was sick.
Yeah,
they both supremely conditioned and ready to go at that pace. It was awesome, man. I saw it on the replay, right? Like I said, I missed the whole fight. It happened so fast.
It was good
first round stoppage. Yeah,
good to put an exclamation point on that, and like these guys are pretty hard, and it's nice to, and you may see them fight again. Who knows, a pro or whatever down the road, you just never know. But these two, I know they had a good time after the fight together.
Exactly. Yeah,
and that's what it's all about. Like at the end of the day, like you don't see two people play, like the way I look at this, and it's fighting, it is different, but not everybody's going to be all, happy and buddy, but like you look at like people playing other sports or whatever, and afterwards you see that a lot in our events. People fight, and then at the end of the day, they realize it's competition. I need you to move forward in my career.
Yeah.
You can't do this alone. You need a willing partner, and if not, and locally we're a small community, and we all got to get along, right? So. Tommy versus Mike.
3 technically.
Yeah, maybe 4. Who knows? But yeah, they're both wonderful men. Great guys.
Oh man, I definitely like to see that fight again down the road. No question.
Dylan Shepard, Sebastian Akerley leading us into the intermission in style.
Yeah, man. Geez, I mean, yeah, right in front of this fight. I think it lived up to the hype, man. Both of these guys, very talented, top prospects in the division, unquestionably. Supremely in shape. Like when they both came off the stool after the first round, they look fresh, which to me is mind blowing because I know how exhausting this stuff is, right? They both were just, another day in the office, but very explosive. That opening sequence that Dylan threw, the front kick into the shot. Was great, and Sebastian sprawling on it was almost even more impressive because the shot was set up so nicely.
Yeah, he was deep on it too, and
deep on it, man. Sebastian came out of that at 150 miles an hour somehow, and good back and forth, right? Like Dylan weathered the storm on a guillotine. Sebastian got caught, pretty early in the second round there with the rear naked, and
no triangle.
Triangle, sorry, yeah. And
beautiful transition by Dylan, like right, like he went armbar to triangle, and I think he had a reverse triangle at first, and then he switched it to from the reverse triangle to the actual regular triangle and finished it. Matt McGrath's give me a call. We'll put him live on the podcast, or
maybe.
Sorry, Matt. I'll call you back. But yeah, we're talking about your student right now. Sorry, but he a killer fight, a bright future for both of these gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait to see. I think you'll see them both. I don't know if Sebastian will go pro soon. I don't know what his plan is, but I know Dylan one more fight at amateur is the plan. So
they're both just so high level.
Yeah,
very skilled. Yeah,
great
shows.
Agreed.
Absolutely, Devin.
Yeah, won't be long, buddy. Keep up the great work. Great battle. You know, we would love to do 2 shows in a night, but you know, I don't know if that's maybe down the road, because there's so many people for opportunities. You feel bad when you can't give everybody the opportunities they deserve, right? But we'll get there.
True.
Coming out of the intermission, Jake Cunningham making a long way to return versus Fabian.
Yeah, man, it was awesome to see Jake come back after basically like a decade of not fighting. And he did, you know, same game plan as Thomas. Basically, came across the cage and got in Fabian's face and just didn't let off. And once he tagged him a couple times, you know, Fabian, you know, he was doing his best to try and defend himself and get back into the fight. But once he hit the ground and Jake jumped on top and hammered him a couple times with the advanced rule set, man, what a difference, right?
Yeah, it really is. Jake, it's cool. It's good to see Jake. You know, I'm a big Fabian fan too. I like the kid. He's a great kid. But you know, Jake is also a really wonderful human being. From my experience of dealing with him, he has been nothing but humble and kind and just a great kid. So it's nice to see him kind of get his opportunity and run with it. And who knows?
Yeah, made the most of it. That's for sure.
Definitely. He's 4-1 now. So you know,
hot prospect.
Big time. All those heavyweights. I don't know where Jakey's actually going to call me on Friday, but I don't know what his plan is. That's what we're going to talk about. But I don't know if it's what his deal is just yet. But I think he's got a great future as well. He's up there at CG with Melissa and got a good team around him. And yeah, it's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah, awesome to see him back.
Yeah. Next fight. The rematch.
The rematch at Advanced Rules.
Mr. Logan versus Mr. Fury.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it was, you know, it's pretty close again, but Caleb took the decision once again. So 2 decision wins. I don't know. Is he done with it? We'll see.
Well, it's funny. Rob and I were talking after the fight.
Does it feel settled?
Well, no. I think I don't. I think the thing is for those 2 guys, like the mutual respect has to be there in some facets. Like when you're fighting something twice.
Yep.
And
they're good opponents for each other. There's no
question. They are, and they're both good. They both understand they're selling the fight. Like they're not.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but like sometimes people are each other's kryptonite, right? And that's what I was saying to Rob. It's just like they're both neutralizing each other, and it's so like down the road and pro maybe, but I think you have to have a trilogy to be honest. At
someone needs to finish somebody eventually, right? And they got into basically the same thing as the first fight, but even with the strikes, Rob did such a good job of holding on to Caleb and mitigating risk, right? Like he didn't take any real damage there, and Caleb, you know, kudos to him. Rob was doing a good job of trying to get like some butterfly sweeps and stuff going, but Caleb was doing a good job of staying on top and just maintaining control and essentially winning the fight. Right on the feet, it was pretty even. I don't think anyone landed anything super significant.
I don't know if they threw like I don't remember. I just remember so much of the grappling.
It was pretty clear Caleb's plan was to. No doubt you would. I think it was pretty clear Caleb's plan was to grab onto him and take him down and get it to the ground, right? Like he didn't waste any time taking it there over and over. So
yeah, it was interesting. Well, it's something to think about for sure. I don't know.
Hard fought, regardless.
Both of them are going to 205 again too, so you know
that works out good. Yeah.
Great fight, great job, guys. Co-main event: Matt McDonald, John Moore.
Yeah.
In my opinion, fight of the night. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. It was an awesome fight.
Event, both phenomenal fights, man.
They really were. Yeah, we basically got into a couple of kickboxing fights with MMA gloves, right? Like these guys just went back and forth trading. And Matt McDonald, man, the guy only loses by decision. No one can put him away. He's tough as nails, right? And yeah, him and John traded back and forth. John a little more crisper, and then I felt like it was pretty much anyone's fight going into the third round when John took it away with a little bit more ground control on top. That was the deciding factor for me. Like he just had more control in the third. Yeah. That's what I thought tipped the scale myself. But you know,
kudos to Matt. Like for all these fighters who are out here listening to this is a guy who wants to fight. He wants opportunities. He takes fight. He took a fight at 70. He took a fight at 75. He took a fight at 85. He fucking wants to fight. So if you want to fight, take the opportunities. I know that, it's easier said than done, but like this guy, he's a 170-pound fighter. He took it at 185 because he wanted the opportunity. You're going to see Matt McDonald 170 pounds moving forward. But my God, going against a guy from an incredible camp.
Yeah.
John Moore is a bright prospect in this game. He's 20, early 20s coming out of that camp. He's phenomenal. And Matt looked really good against him. So, man,
he did.
Super impressed. Both of them, just wonderful.
John was incredibly composed. He just, kind of walked Matt down. Like he did have the control of the cage the majority of the fight. He did do that. He controlled Matt, and Matt moved around the outside. And yeah, they just traded back and forth. It was a sick fight, man.
He had a nice takedown, and Matt would be smiling. Such a beautiful thing to watch cage side. It was one of my favorite fights that I've watched in all of our cards. To be honest, it was great.
It was fantastic. Yeah, good
really
job, guys.
Thanks as well to them for the patience with some of the issues.
And to John and his team for crossing the country to do that fight. So that was awesome.
Exactly. Yeah, it takes mountains and it takes a lot of people involved in this. So kudos to you.
Yeah.
Main event, laptop 27%. So we're about
you're doing great, man. 11% down. We got an hour.
It could die at 20 though. Usually because it's old now, it's dying at 20. So,
yeah.
You know how those MacBooks.
Oh, like Atlantic, everybody. 13-year-old MacBook.
Hey, bud. Fuck. Compared to other organizations,
gets the job done.
We're 64. We're doing all right, bud.
Yeah, so, that's
right. Main event: Jake Kelly versus Nigel Crosswell.
What a great main event. Yeah,
a little bit of drama from the weigh-in.
A little bit of drama from the weigh-in, right? They got past that. Like that's that's head games too, right? Like the other team's kind of obligated to kick up a fuss and get things, get under somebody's skin a little bit, maybe get them a little overexcited or more nervous or whatever.
Yeah.
Good strategy. Anyway, hit the fight. Didn't make any difference. Anyway, Nigel is a super rangy and precise striker, man. It was fun to watch him move around. He was mixing up elbows, punches, kicks. And Jake Kelly, I think the story of that fight was just his head movement, man, his ability to close range and touch Nigel with just beautiful shots and in and out. It was sick, man.
You can't tell who Jake trains with, can you?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Looks very much like Gavin style, man. And like,
dude, he looks so sharp. Jake's definitely been working since the last time we seen him. I mean, almost 3 years ago. Yeah.
His body shots look. I love those body shots.
I love body shots, man.
That uppercut, like there was some, like that's the thing about fights. There's things you take and you improve on, and they both looked phenomenal for Jake's pro main main event, first pro fight. Awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Very technical, very high level. Like both supremely conditioned. No one was gassing out, or they just it was great. They both look very professional and. That's the amateur careers they come out of as well, right? They've already got that experience in the teams they're training with. And
yeah,
that was awesome.
I don't know what Nigel's plan is. I don't know. Like again, he's fought for 14 different promotions and 16 different fights, so I don't know what his plan is. He's a great kid. Well, back sure. We'd love to have him back, but Jake is a guy that for sure we're going to be pushing and get him back there as soon as we can. He's
absolutely
future, and I think he can move to the next level pretty quickly.
I think you're right.
Who knows? Any of you 125ers in the country, reach out. Any of you coaches looking for a professional fight at 125, reach out to us. So, yeah, great event, man.
Absolutely. Man, that was great. It was.
Yeah. So FLA 7, folks, we're going to get all our media out as we normally do. It would be probably a couple weeks before we, I don't know, we'll probably put tickets on sale, but we'll start probably like December 10th, I think, is probably the plan of when we're going to start launching FLA 7 fights. And we have a doozy of a card, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's really coming together. Yes. This is going to be probably our biggest one, really.
Yeah.
If you look at the lineup as far as, anyway, we said too much.
No, you're right, man. You're right. It's going to be a fantastic card, and it's again in Moncton. We just released our 2023 schedule, 6 events. We'll talk a little bit more. People keep asking about what Wrestle Beach is. It is not a wrestling tournament, but we will explain into the new year. John,
it's basically a wrestling tournament, yeah, kind of, yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, so it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a wicked outdoor day, and so lots of events going on next year. FLA 7, like I said, it's on sale now. FightLeagueAtlantic.com. Tables are pretty much half sold out already within 3 days. So if you're looking for a table, get on there quick. And anything else you want to add, my man?
No, man. On to the next one, right? Another great FLA 6. The crew, just a well-oiled machine at this point, and
good job.
Yeah, the fighters are high level as always, and put on a great show, and everything was just it was a good experience, man. It's work, but it's it's good work.
Yeah, it's lots.
We're doing the people's work. No,
that's it. Well, it's like a fighter too. At the end of the day, you put in all this work, and the camp. For us though, like on Sundays, for anybody who's wondering, like for Sundays, for John and I, and Mondays, they're nuts. They're worse than Saturdays because everyone's on a high and everyone's reaching out trying to get fights and positioning and jockeying, and it's just like you want to take your phone and go through 6,000 pieces of glass and break it, but it's that part of the business, it is what it is. So,
there's a lot of moving parts, right?
Yeah, it is. Ryan Erskine, FLA, I'm a better Hasbro. Hope he wants to watch some fights. Yes. Hope so too.
Buy her tickets and give them to her.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Come to Halifax BJJ at noon today. All right. Mike Mountain. I'll get in my car right now.
Yeah.
And go. But yeah. Anyway, folks, thanks for all your love. Sponsors, fighters, everybody. Appreciate everybody. And we'll be back in another couple weeks with another couple podcasts with fighters coming up at FLA 7. Lots of love to everybody. We will see you soon.
See ya.